Hello, I am definitely a real catfish, and in today's video we're building Obi-Wan starfighter, or a Jedi Delta-7 starfighter from Star Wars. This ship I'm currently building with white quartz and red sandstone, and the reasoning behind that is basically I wanted it to look like Obi-Wan starfighter. However, you can change the colours. Big thing, for example, is this is based more on the Clone Wars version of the ship, where the astromech droid is in front of the cockpit canopy rather than to the side. However, once again, it's very easily changed to fit the idea of it being a side-fitting astromech droid. As you can see on the video, I'm very quickly and easily going through how to actually put together the ship. This tutorial is only going to take like 5 minutes to actually build, so if you want to build this, you can build many of these as well. And I think this will be my second proper Star Wars tutorial I've got on the channel so far, which is pretty cool. Like, I've got 2 TIE Fighter tutorials, which I think is hilarious. Oh no, actually, to be fair, I've got my TIE interceptors as well. As you can see, I've started adding the red sandstone. And I just basically, the way I build these is I have a reference image up of the ship that I want to build. So that's a lot of my editing for these videos is basically editing down the wait times, where I'm just looking at this image thinking, how can I translate that properly? If you see any background ships that you think, wow, I'd really like Catfish to make a tutorial on that, please do just comment it down below and just say, oh yeah, Catfish, I'd love to see a V19, or I'd love to see a TIE Fighter tutorial, or something like that. Obviously I've already got a TIE Fighter tutorial, check that one out. But, you know, you've got several examples of other ships that I could build for you, you know, like we could do say a Z95 Headhunter or an NU Shuttle or something like that. So just, yeah, let me know what you're thinking, and I will see if I can do it, because, you know, at the same time that I'm able to do this, you know, sometimes I've got to think to myself, you know, what's worth my time to do. I definitely would like to do a few more skyscrapers, and also I'm starting to look at possibly building an Asian style settlement area. We'll have to see about the Asian style one, because I need to work out how I would do that and how I plan to do it. But I'm very excited for that idea. And also, one other thing that's definitely going to be happening at some point soon will be a Greco-Roman area. I'm very much excited to have that more Roman looking aesthetic around the map. Just coming up through and just putting in stairs. One of the big things, which is kind of a bit of a trade secret I've got with these tutorials, is basically I'm filming this tutorial as I'm building this ship for the first time. So a big thing is basically this tutorial is me building this ship for the first time. So it's easier for me to build a ship for the first time and build it as a tutorial like that, rather than try and rebuild it as a tutorial when I already have a ship built, because then I had to try and work out how to build it based upon what I've already previously done. So once again here you can see one of those pauses where I've just stopped, looked at a reference image and gone, okay, how would I best be able to fit that in? And how would I best get that kind of ship shape that I've got from the image I've got? Because I don't want to have it look too bulky, but I don't want it to look too thin either. So for example, with my V19, it was one of those things of the first one I did was a bit too wide, and so it ended up being looking more like an A-wing than a V-wing. So then I managed to had one of the guys in the map just came in and said, yo, this ship's too wide, you need to thin it out. And I thought, actually, yeah, you're right. And I did, and now it looks like a really good V-wing, and I'm very pleased about that. If you want to as well, I've got my Discord linked down in the description, so please do join that. I've got all the ships in the background constantly showing there, and it's the earliest way you get to actually see what I'm doing and what I've done. And, you know, for those that are interested anyway, you know, it's one of the easiest ways to see what's currently been done, you know, put in requests for things and just do your thing, you know, and also just discuss stuff for Star Wars. You know, I love Star Wars and I love Minecraft too, so it's 2 things that work together well for me, so yeah. As you can see here, just trying to once again work out which would best fit where for each block. So adding in those stairs there just to kind of give it a bit more of a shape. That purple represents an astro droid. So basically I use terracotta almost exclusively just to make astro droids, astromech droids, just because I think to myself that it's got the best look for how an astromech droid looks. And as you can see, just filling in that side bit there and just having it all work nicely together. If you think a different block looks better for astro droids, that's fair enough. You have, you know, more than right to your own opinion, but, you know, everyone's got a different idea about what looks good in a certain situation. So for example, for me, you know, I think the astro droid looks best as terracotta, because then I can go through and actually change the, you know, and have it be a different color. So for example, each of my ships that has astro droid has a different color in it at the minute. I've not actually physically built enough ships for multiples of colours yet, but I'm getting to that point now where, like, okay, I'm going to have to build more than one at some point. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm very pleased about that. As you can see, it's just building in the shape underneath. If you're wondering what texture pack this is the Kelly's RTX texture pack for Bedrock. The nice thing about this texture pack I found is it's the exact same as the normal texture pack. So when you are building, it's very easy to just go through and just know that someone who's in the normal texture pack can look at the ship and go, wow, that's a good looking ship. Because there's a lot of texture packs and mods that just look like they are a mod or a texture pack and just don't. And then if someone doesn't download the texture pack, they look at these ships that you've built and think, that doesn't look as good as it could do. And you really don't want that. You know, if I'm building, I want it so that anyone can come into that world, no matter what texture pack they've got on, and say, yeah, that's a good looking build. As you can see, coming back to the back, I've put in 4 blocks. However, that does get reduced down to 3 blocks, I believe, just because 4 blocks looks a bit comedically long. So yeah, I come around the front, I realise, nah, that just doesn't work. So then I come down and just delete the end blocks, and then I know that just works. And as you can see, that is a finished Jedi starfighter. So quickly just putting in the engines. So also on the engines you'll want to use grindstones, and also for extra detailing putting on buttons is a good idea as well on top of the engine blocks. But that is the tutorial done, so we're going to do a little flyabout, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe about what you'd like to see next, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much, bye bye.